Welcome to the Barker Podcast Collection.
There's a pig loose! Pig loose!
Oh! It's not about control. Stand back. It's a relationship. Based on respect. These animals are thinking, I gotta eat. I gotta hunt. You ever wonder why there was a job opening?
Every time we've unveiled a new attraction, attendance has spiked.
That was awesome!
Corporate felt genetic modification would up the wow factor.
They're dinosaurs. Wow enough.
She was designed to be bigger than the T-Rex.
What happened to the sibling?
She ate it. We have an asset out of containment. What is that?
Her tracking implant. She clawed it out.
How would it know to do that?
She remembered where they put it in.
Oh, God.
She's killing for sport.
You got 20,000 people. You got no more boats. You don't have enough guns.
If we do this my way.
We got eyes on target.
Light it up!
Something's wrong. They're communicating.
We're talking about an animal here.
A highly intelligent animal.
Welcome to the Not Watching Podcast. My name's Rob Howard, and this week I'm joined by
Ian Bruce,
John Marson,
and Marcus Hurley.
You can contact us on email at notwatchingpodcast@gmail.com or follow us on Twitter at notwatchingpod. So Jurassic World, I went to see it, and so did you, Marcus.
Yeah.
But not with me.
No.
I went to see it at the IMAX with people from work. I thought that even if the film wasn't very good, the circumstances upon which I saw it would enhance it. But even watching it at the IMAX, I did not have a great time watching this film.
Wow.
Yeah.
Really?
The inner child has died. Jesus.
See, I have to... I'm glad I didn't go all the way to the London IMAX. I went to the budget IMAX, which is Basildon IMAX. Yes, there is an IMAX in Basildon. It was quite good, but I think they messed up because I think the calibration wasn't quite right. Because there were one or two bits at the start which were great, but someone must have nudged something because it was a little bit out, and Sue's picked up on it as well. And I think, it kind of marred it a little bit. Well, no, not even that, just the imagery, because it's two cameras, isn't it? It's two projectors they use. And I think it was very, I wouldn't say blurry, but it wasn't quite pin-sharp focus, which is what it's meant to be. And well, no, you wouldn't, because if that happens in IMAX Waterloo, heads will roll.
It was completely sold out as well when I went.
But I did enjoy it, I got to say. Maybe that just means I'm a 10-year-old in a soon-to-be 35-year-old's body, but
it's a movie about dinosaurs. It's kind
exactly.
of
I went there to watch things go raw and people to scream on a fairly big screen.
You just need to go out with Rob for that.
I got that.
Not bad.
But I mean, it was predictably everything that was going to happen. You knew was going to happen before. They set it all up. There was no real surprises to it apart from the way that the big bad, as Rob coined earlier, went out, which surprised me a little bit. But then it kind of made me feel a bit like watching those old Ray Harryhausen films, where you had dinosaur and dinosaur fights, and you kind of think, I think maybe we've just become too old and cynical as adults.
Well, audio sync.
Because if we watch the original Jurassic Park now, exact same plot, slightly better special effects, we would have ripped it to shit as well.
But it's not just the special effects. All that this new one sort of made me think was how far ahead of their time they were when that first film came out, and I might be just
no. But that's the thing. This whole film was literally just nodding back to that. I think this film was I would say a bit of a gamble. You know, there's a good chance they might get another film, but they might not. So let's put a lot of nods.
6 now.
Well, that's the thing. You don't know when you're gonna. Taking $1 billion.
Have helped that happen.
Exactly. I feel great. He doesn't, but
okay, fair enough.
Yeah, I feel a bit dirty actually, for I was indeed a contributor to the record-breaking opening of Jurassic
Come on,
World.
Rob, there could have been worse things you could have gone and seen.
Yeah, it's currently the top movie of the year, having rating $506 million. I think that's in the US alone.
There was a guy on Reddit who, after the trailer 7 months ago, predicted the ending, and he got it spot on. So, yeah.
Yeah.
He said one line.
I could see that happening.
This happens and this happens, and it was the ending. So, that was a spoiler. I inadvertently read.
Yeah. The thing is that I know the first film was first, and it also benefits perhaps from being directed by Steven Spielberg, but there was no like glass shaking sort of moment really. I tell you my biggest problem with the movie is that it's so it's so clearly leaning heavily on like the success of the original films, to the point where there's a character in the movie who's actually wearing a Jurassic Park t-shirt saying, I remember when the dinosaurs were amazing enough as they were, without us having to like create some uber dinosaur that didn't even exist. That wound me up. And also, generally, all the characters I just had no sympathy for whatsoever. The two kids in it are just loathsome. The Chris Pratt, who I am normally, who could, as far as I'm concerned, could do no wrong. He's brilliant in Parks and Rec, and he was awesome in Guardians of the Galaxy. He just come off as so cheesy in this film, and it's not his fault. It's because of the ham-fisted script he's been having to regurgitate. It's just, honestly, it was just one humdinger after another.
Do you think you've approached this film with the wrong mindset then? I would just say I normally find kids in movies annoying, but they didn't bother me. What did bother me, and I did think, was that I didn't find the actual big bad dinosaur as scary. I found it intriguing, but I didn't find it scary. Not in the same sense that the T-Rex was scary in the first film, and then they ruined it by, bringing in the other one and the second one. Yeah. But then they ruined it by bringing in the Spinosaur, and that whole fight was ridiculous with it snapping its neck in like 2 minutes or whatever.
This film disregards 2 and 3. This is a sequel to the first film, I think.
Right.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. There are bits of the old original park that they go through when they're being chased. They actually go into the old build. Yeah, it's the same Island Nebula. But I don't know. It felt. I've got to admit, the ending felt cheesy, with the the raptor becoming buddies or whatever and saving the T-Rex.
Oh yeah, they
like
about to get
killed.
Yeah, it's brilliant.
The team up was awesome, but it was the little nod from the T-Rex, and then he goes a separate way, and the raptor chips off.
And that is actually.
That was very cheesy. That was bad cheesy, not good cheesy in any way at all. However,
and apparently that. Go on.
No, go on. However, I was going to say the way that they've done it. I was saying earlier about not being sure whether they'd get another movie, because this movie could have potentially bombed so hard that they would have no chance of ever bringing it back. Yeah,
but this movie is critic proof. It's a huge brand, and they don't care about reviews. It's not got a good score on Metacritic, and rightly so. It's not a great movie, but it's like 50 or something. It's not good. I'll bring it up.
But
It's
it is a
59.
film about dinosaurs, and dinosaurs are generally for the younglings.
We have to remember it's the same with all of these. I mean, I've been guilty of complaining about things that have been watched through my adult eyes that I enjoyed as a kid.
Yeah.
You know, Doctor Who, Star Wars, now Jurassic Park. You have to remember it is for kids. Jurassic Park, I had to suspend myself from going, I wanted to see that guy get torn in half, because this film has to be watchable by a school trip.
Yeah. And we have our expectations and memories of the earlier films, which all of the kids
and we
now
can go
don't.
back and watch them. Yeah,
so we can see the references, and that wasn't as good as how I felt when I saw Jurassic Park and the Brontosaurus at the start and stuff. We've seen all the best shots from the Jurassic films, and now they're just rehashing for the next generation. My God, it is fantastic.
That's what they tried to tell me about.
Except without the Trade Federation, hopefully.
Although, I just wanted to point out that I knew that something was going a bit wrong when there were loads of people laughing around me, and I wasn't finding any of the jokes funny. I mean, I wasn't in a bad mood. I just was not finding any of it that funny. And yeah, I completely understand, that
it's not a tough
some
sell,
kids
is it?
and stuff.
He's Jimmy Savile, my childhood.
It's like,
Jesus.
Oh God.
Yeah, I suppose maybe there was a bit of that. Maybe there was a bit of why is this not landing for me? Am I just like too old
But
for
I
this?
think
What
you
the
missed
fuck,
the point with the Jurassic Park shirt. It wasn't. It was kind of like a tongue-in-cheek thing
Easter
about.
egg. It wasn't anything else, surely.
No, but the thing is, he wears it, and she looks at him, and she goes,
"Yeah, but there's been
isn't that poor
films that have
taste?"
come out that are for kids that I've thoroughly enjoyed.
Yeah, I just think that films can still be funny. They can still appeal to everyone, and I didn't think Jurassic World did a very good job of that. So that's about all I have left to say. This has been the Not Watching Podcast in partnership with notlistening.co.uk. You can contact us on email at notwatchingpodcast@gmail.com. Follow us on Twitter at notwatchingpod. You can find the show notes for this show at notlistening.co.uk. And if you're listening to us on iTunes, then please do give us a review. Anyway, that's all for now. Thanks for listening. See ya. Bonsoir.
I'm hoping that's rain I can hear. That's not rain. Oh dear God, that's not rain. No! It's impossible! It can't be!